Welcome back, episode 2 of our Sportster giveaway bike. Not really sure where we left off in the last video, but right now we have this bike basically fully stripped. Got the tank just sitting on there nice and loosely. Last video we were waiting on a lot of extra parts. We still are waiting on a few parts, but a lot more has come in. So today, we're still waiting for our suspension to come in, but I do have something to help us mock it up. I got the wheels all mounted up thanks to my buddy over at Hex Moto, Jesse. He slapped these on there for us. Like I said, we're running no front brake in the front there. Looks super cool. And then we got our 16-inch rear wheel. She's a thick girl. She's a thick girl. So we're gonna get these guys mounted up. I'm gonna put the rotor and the rear sprocket on here. We might get around to our chain drive, but yeah, let's get into it. Enough talking. We got a lot of stuff to install today.
MBT fam, this whole build series is for you to see the complete overhaul of our 4th giveaway bike, and that is this Harley 883 Sportster. It will look nothing like it does in these pictures, but we are completely changing it up from head to toe. New wheels, new exhaust, to mention a few of the crazy modifications we're doing to this bike. If you want to enter to get a chance to take home this soon-to-be fully custom Harley 883 Sportster, then head over to our website, mbtclothing.com. Link in the description, and with every dollar you spend, you will get 1 entry. Shop our wide variety of premium armored riding gear, from our armored pants to our armored hoodie, or even our bomber jacket. We have what you need to stay protected and stylish on the road. Go get entered now to get a chance to win this custom Harley 883 Sportster plus $2,000 in cash. Now back to the video.
All right, so first thing to do, we're just gonna put the wheels mounted up here so we can see what we're working with. We're just mocking it up here. Obviously, we don't have the spacers. We're going to be bringing it over to our buddy Brendan over at Quality. He's going to be shaving these front fork legs down because we're running no front brake. Nothing's going to need to be held on to the fork lowers here, so we're going to be cutting all the tabs off and shaving it down, polishing it up, making it look very minimalistic, simple, chopper, bobber style. So right now, we're just mocking it up so we can get it on the ground. My goal is at the end of this video, get this thing off the lift, on the ground, roll it out so we can kind of see, what this bike is going to look like. Take off the old suspension here. And we don't have the new suspension we're going to be running, so I just have these hardtail struts. That's pretty close to the exact length we're going to be using for the new suspension. Swing arm drop down. Every time I film, there's always noise. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of cheated a little bit over the past couple days. I already kind of mocked it up myself because I was super anxious. I wanted to see what it looked like. But at the end of today, we're gonna be a lot farther along than what I had it at. But I just got to see, what everything's gonna look like. So we got our hardtail struts here. This is the poor man's hardtail Sportster, which we're not gonna run it like this. These are 10 inches. The suspension we have coming is 10.5, which I think is gonna be absolutely perfect. 10 inches does look a little short and low. As you can see, I already have it mocked up on the other side. I mean, from when I had it all mocked up earlier, it doesn't look bad with these hardtailed struts, but just know you're gonna have those chopper enthusiasts. They're gonna be like, oh, he did it the cheap way, he didn't do the real hardtail. My whole idea was I wanted to do a full hardtail conversion, whole new frame, or just chop out the back half and do the legit hardtail, but we'll save that for another bike. This one with the suspension is gonna be pretty perfect, I think. All right, so we'll pause it there.
One live.
All right, so we got the front tire all mocked up. Now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna work on our rear tire. We're gonna start by putting some hardware on. We have our rear sprocket here, nice and purdy looking. Always use Loctite for this. They are Harleys, they like to vibrate. And when you vibrate, bolts come loose, so make sure to always use this blue Loctite. Don't use the red. Alright, so we're going to take the old wheel here that was on this bike. We're going to try to reuse some of the old hardware just for right now so we can get it mocked up. And before I take all these out, I'm going to make sure this bolt is not too long for the rotor, which should be fine. These look a lot shorter. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just take this whole thing off. We'll reuse these bolts. I am going to go to Harley though, and I'm going to get all brand new bolts for this rear wheel. So we're going to try this again with the brake rotor. Bolts I took out of the old wheel, they look like they're the right length, so they should work. I always like putting brand new parts on bikes. This thing is super fancy. Chrome on chrome. And what do you know, it doesn't even fit. Oh, okay. So these came with a spacer already if you needed it. And it looks like it goes this way. So this spacer would actually work for those wheels, because I remember when I was mounting them up, there was a little space in there and I couldn't find these. So I guess they send them now. So this fits perfectly on there. Thank God. But yeah, it's really cool. It comes with this spacer if you need it. Because the older wheels did have a smaller hub.
What you looking for?
A bolt. There it is.
Boom.
Actually, I don't even know why I'm putting Loctite on these, because I am changing these out. Always go on that nice star pattern when you're tightening these down. Boom. Looks nice and pretty. It's gonna look so good. Alright, so I'm gonna keep this to the side for now until we go to Ace Hardware and get some shorter bolts for the rear sprocket. Now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna remove the front pulley cover here. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna remove the front pulley and we're gonna start putting our sprockets on, because we are converting it from belt drive to chain. Bolts are so long. Rear brake master cylinder off here, being this is our only stopping power for this bike, which I already know in the comments people are gonna be like, you're nuts to give away a bike without a front brake, yada yada yada. Yeah, that's chopper, baby. Leave that cotter pin on. Just gonna let this drop down here for now.
Hey, looking rusty.
Oh yeah, crusty, baby, crusty.
Not the way we like it.
Crusty. Gonna get rid of this belt. So next we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna remove this basically like retaining clip, and then I'll get my impact gun. So when I bought this compressor behind me, I got a air impact gun. I'm gonna be able to use it for the first time, so pretty pumped.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
Alright, so we'll take this retaining clip off first. And I want to say these are reverse thread, and the only way to get this pulley off is with an impact gun, because if you try to do it by hand, it's just going to crank. It's just going to turn the motor over. Oh yeah. Look at that, baby.
That thing's cool.
First time using it. Hopefully I don't break anything. Press her on. Plug her in first. Woo! Intermission.
Pit stop.
Gonna take it right off. First time using this thing. See how it works. Should take it right off, I hope. Oh.
Well.
So I said it was reverse thread. I had it on reverse there.
Oh.
So I just made it tighter.
Oh boy.
Great. Jeez. I had to turn the power on. I was about to say. So excited to use that thing and it wouldn't work. So that was my fault. I originally tightened it because, like I said, it's the reverse thread. So I originally turned it to the left, lefty loosey, but really on this is lefty tighty, righty loosey.
Gotcha.
I mean, I even said it before I even did it. But yeah, here's the old pulley. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit in here first, and then I'll put the sprocket on. So I always like to take a little scuff pad, a little Scotch-Brite, and some WD-40. Just gonna clean up a little bit in here. There is a lot of rust. All right, so before we put our front sprocket on, we're gonna take off this solenoid cap because we are eliminating all the switches up there, so that's gonna eliminate the start switch. And this is just like a little solenoid start button, which is pretty cool. To be honest, I didn't even know this existed, but I guess it's a super common thing. This is our little
1, 3, 2, 1, live.
It's just our little start button now. Oops. So we're just gonna take the cover off here. So that's the old cover. And that's your little starter solenoid right there. So we're gonna take this button and yeah, it's gonna make it pretty cool, I think.
It's like the closer in proximity I am to, the sweatier I get.
It works.
Okay. We're in business. So we just installed is this little black button.
Just a push
right
start.
there.
Goes around top of the starter solenoid, and it's basically a button right to the starter.
So pretty much you just come down here, press this button right here, boom, and then she starts.
It's pretty sick. I'm
It
gonna do
is.
that. I'm gonna do that to all my sporties now. All right, now we got that all squared away. Now we're gonna put our front sprocket on.
Front sprocket going on.
All the way on there. Take our bolt now. All right, so we got this guy on. So it is lefty tighty. Lefty tighty. That's it. Then we put our little retaining safety ring back on here. Just like that. So we got our front sprocket on. I'm not gonna put this guy back on yet. We can't put the chain on until we go get new bolts for the rear sprocket. So we're gonna go ahead, before we leave for Ace Hardware to get some new hardware. I'm gonna hook up our tank here. I'm gonna put the grommets in. So what I like about this, these tanks, it comes with all new hardware for mounting it to the frame and all nice new rubber grommets. So obviously we're gonna have to take these out when we get the tank painted, but for now I just want to see what it looks like all together. We got something special planned for the paint on the tank and then also the rear fender as well. It's gonna match. It's gonna look really nice. So we went with 3 inches. This is the tallest one I could find. I'm sure you can find taller elsewhere or just have them custom made, but I think 3 inches is gonna be perfect. That's how she's gonna sit. Runs perfectly even with the frame. That's perfect. Perfect. Before we head off to Ace Hardware, to get those bolts we need, I'm just gonna put the seat on. Super nice Cobra seat. Forget where I ordered it from, but came out pretty quality. The fitment is okay, I guess. It's kind of weird. I feel like the mount for this seat needs to be a little bit longer, but I don't know, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be, because I kind of have to pull it pretty far off the mount up here to get it to fit back here, but should be fine. Shouldn't go anywhere. There's your seat. We kept the 2 up in case you want to run a passenger. I'm going to keep the passenger pegs on there. We got a nice little sissy bar on the way. It will have suspension. Like I said in the beginning, it's not going to run these hard struts, so it'll be a little more comfortable. And yeah, so we're going to head off to Ace Hardware right now, get those bolts we need so we can get the whole rear end finished up with our rear wheel. We'll put the chain on. We'll put that front sprocket cover back on. And my goal is to get this thing down and rolling out so we can kind of see, you know, what the vision is. So let's go to Ace. Can't wait to take a shower later, but we gotta get shorter bolts. Without the support of you guys, these giveaways would not be possible. And yeah, more to come. We're planning on doing more of these next year and upping the giveaway prize a little bit more, but I believe this is going to be the best one yet, because I'm like a Sportster guy. I like customizing the Sportsters, and the first giveaway was a Sportster. I turned it into like a dirt bike. It was a 2.0 version of my dirt bike Harley, and this is going to be like a bobber chopper style, something I've always been wanting to create, and I'm doing it right now to give away to one of you guys. And I'm probably going to love it so much that I'm going to create another one right when I'm done giving this one away. So pretty pumped.
We're in the Ace Hardware. Alright, we've located the ones we need right here.
Stainless. What size is this? 114. Alright, so we're just leaving Ace. We got the goods. Didn't know what size I needed, so I got both sizes, and I forgot how many bolts I needed, so I think I bought a little extra, but I wasn't coming back here again. So we're gonna head back to the garage. It's raining right now. We left the garage open. Hopefully it didn't get too wet. But yeah, we're gonna get this whole tail end, rear end buttoned up. And I'm super anxious to get this thing on the floor and rolling out into the sun underneath our nice rainbow right here.
Look at this.
Wow. Good old... I still feel like it's summer here in Florida. It's so freaking hot and humid. Alright, so you can never leave Ace without getting another Scotch-Brite pad. They always come in handy, especially when you're working on older bikes like this one. And we got all our bolts. Let's see if I got the right ones. I got 2 different sizes here. It's gonna be this guy right here.
Yep, that's gonna be it.
So nice working with new rims. So go right in. I will re-torque this down to spec once we're doing before we're going to do the first drive, but today is just to get her set up. Dude, this is a nice little setup.
I like it. Looks very clean.
Very clean.
Very spiffy and original.
Oh yeah.
We'll wait for that to clear.
Good old South Florida. All right, so we're gonna put the chain on right now. I got two options. Originally, I was gonna go with this whole like gold theme, but we end up getting the chrome spokes, and we're gonna keep a lot of chrome on the bike. So we ended up getting the chrome chain here, and we're gonna get it all mocked up, see what it looks like. I'm not gonna cut the chain right now. I'm just going to put this on very loosely, and probably not even gonna use the master link. I just want to see what it's going to look like, and just so we can roll it out the garage. Oh, here it comes.
God! Damn! Fuck. That was like right on top of us.
Yeah.
Woo! Shockwaves, baby. Quick, touch something metal.
That was sketchy. We're on a little bit of a rain delay right now. We got the garage doors closed. Did a couple more things off camera. We're gonna show you in a little bit, but we're getting ready to mount up the exhaust. Like I said in the first video, I'm not sure if this is the exhaust we're gonna be running, but it is the best option I have right now. Not sure if I'm gonna wrap it, but there's so many options. So right now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put these exhaust flanges on so we can get it mounted up with this set. We just got these little retainer clips. There's probably an easier way to do it than this, but alright, so this rain is really kicking our butt right now. I really want to get this bike on the ground. We just got the exhaust set up here. Got a little battle wound while we were putting the little flanges on, so my man Vitas had to come in. He got them all set up while I was cleaning this out, and we got the exhaust set up. Everything's super tight. Not sure if I'm going to be keeping this exhaust. I want to keep it because it was so hard and tight to get on. But we do have this little switch down here. It's a little too close to the exhaust. If it was hot, you're probably not going to be able to reach down there and restart the bike. So I don't know if I'm going to wire up a switch, keep these, and wrap them, or just get a whole new set to where we can use that switch. So right now we're going to cut the chain. I'm going to get it to where it's still going to be very loose, but we're going to get it to where we can actually get this bike on the floor, and I want to roll it out and show you guys what, you know, where we've gotten so far. We're pretty close. Couple little things here and there we got to work out, like on the left side over here to show them. It's just so tight. So we have this little bracket here. It's going to hold the choke. It's got your key on-off switch, and it's got your coil pack. I'm waiting for new coil wires to come in, and I'm gonna have to go up in here and splice some wires to give this some slack so I can plug her in. But yeah, it's super tight. I still need to put the petcock in there. So yeah, that's what we're working with right now. I should have got the petcock on the right side, but it is what it is. You live and you learn.
You do.
the joy of building bikes. But yeah, right now we'll get on to the chain. Let's get it cut, and I really want to see what this thing looks like on the floor.
All right, Nick's got the chain breaker right now. He's gonna try and bust this thing open. So what he's doing right now is he's checking the slack to see where it would kind of ride, and then he's just gonna basically break it from there, and then put the master link in.
There you go.
She broke.
That's how I break it. I know.
Alright, we got the chain installed here with the master link. It's not fully threaded or anything right now. Are we putting the safety pin on?
Probably.
It's not to the exact size we want it, nor is it adjusted or anything in the axle, but like Nick was saying, we're just trying to roll it out so we can show you guys how beautiful it is. There we go.